Today. Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 16 Finals. Unfortunately, Randy got, we were recording live in Las Vegas and Randy got saddled with a bunch of gambling debts and, well, he couldn't afford a bus ticket out to this specific cast. But, we still have BlueJay, and that's enough for me.
Next best thing, baby.
Almost. Yeah, I mean, if I couldn't get Ocelot or Minoy or like our mystery caster or like Princess or like 7 or 8 other guys, you would be my first choice.
Yeah, let's go.
Last time in this Team Reedy versus Team Hollywood matchup, it was bad. Hollywood team just kind of fell into the exact place that I think most ideal predictions put them in, where they ended up just with this severe draft issue that they just could not overcome, and then they had a DC in the middle of it. And the sad thing is, I think the DC came after the game stopped being winnable anyway.
Yeah, hopefully they learned from their mistakes there. That was really weird to see that kind of draft coming from that team, because they're all players, I think, from what I played with them, they're very dynamic. Like Cop is like this like clockwork IO type heroes that just move around. Looter too, he likes quaps, primals, like ODs that like to move around.
Yeah, that's not how this team drafts BlueJay. If you've been following the season, you would know they kind of draft to their weaknesses a lot of the time. There is one good bit of news. As mean as it's going to be, I do think substituting PVC for, or substituting Majwani, who has since departed this world, for PVC pipe, is legitimately probably a step up, which is very mean, but it's true.
I think I just wanted them to pick their comfort heroes and pick heroes that they like to play on a regular basis, because I think these guys on those heroes could make for some really fun games, because
fun if nothing else.
Yeah, because they like to play like animals, but like in a good way, where they just run at you, they just play the map, and they just just have a good time just doing things. But
I believe Hollywood's Season 11 team, which was literature themed, was called Animals Farming.
There you go.
Radiant team back.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I guess I should say this for everybody in chat who's asleep. Yo, Game 2 started! Wake up! There we go. Undying comes up first, followed swiftly by a Jakiro. The Hollywood team is not looking to repeat its previous mistakes, it seems. Which is good.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean,
so no immediate answer for the tombstone.
Yeah, no immediate answer.
Dire team back.
I guess it might also just be a good block pick, because I know Moski is like a level bajillion Jakiro player.
Carp, I've barely even ever casted with you. You're usually on another channel. Get out of here with that nonsense. You're 1 behind BlueJay. Does that make you happy? There you go. Lots of looter hate in that ban pool from the Reedy team. They're really focusing quite a bit on him. Notably, the only thing they're really looking at with Princess is the PA. Goblins is also largely free.
I think that's a good way to go about that. Looter's hero is going to be so important that targeting him this hard, I think, is probably the best way to go, honestly. That's going to be their playmaker.
Very sad for Looter that Nature's Prophet only became, like, playable the last couple of games of the season, huh?
Sorry. I thought it was only playable on support role. I had heard nothing but bad things about the core Prophet lately.
The sky doth live through me! Now we're going the exact opposite way, where there's no utility on this support line at all. It's all damage, baby.
Okay, but they see the Undying. They have to start getting some answers at some point here. Let's not completely ignore that this guy exists.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's see what their answer to all this magic damage and these nukes are.
I do think sometimes the tombstone itself is overestimated. The main thing that makes Undying a threat over the longer fights is not necessarily just that you have an increasing army of zombies around your ankles. LC, interesting. We're starting that arms race. We're starting this arms race off wrong. I cannot imagine a very nice scenario is happening for LC this game. But Yeah, just already the Skywrath and the Jakiro, it's like, you better hope these two guys aren't together.
Yeah, we're kind of seeing a little bit of an opposite sort of situation from last draft. Oh, Techies, okay.
Yep, Techie's coming up here. Well, there you go, Pages. Now you can definitely wake up. That's a metaphorical rock at your window, the Techies pick here. Hopefully they're not trying the really interesting pause one Techies thing again.
10 seconds remaining.
So it looks to me like both teams are kind of drafting in a sort of a void on their own. Like they're not really answering each other's heroes as much as they're just getting heroes that they want to play.
Proactive is how we call it
Yeah.
on the stream. Proactive when you just draft whatever you want to play and ignore whatever the enemy draft has got. Reactive when you're just making a bunch of counter picks. You don't want to go too far in either direction. You make very bad teams doing that. Here's a homework. Okay, BlueJay. One of those is tactically bad. One of those is strategically bad. Which one is which?
Strategically bad at is when you just ignore the other team, I think. And just pick what you want.
And which one is tactically bad?
Well, the other one.
Which was?
I don't know, dude. I forget.
Which was when you pick a bunch of counters and you don't consider your own
Oh,
draft.
yeah,
that. Do you stand by that answer with that being said?
I'm sure.
Well, you're actually right. If you pick a bunch of heroes that just completely proactively without any thought to the other team, you're making a team that's very strategically good. Gonna be bringing out the Centaur War Runner back from the mothballs here. It's an interesting pick. You're gonna be.
So this Legion is very answered for right now.
Yeah, she has nowhere to go here.
When dying completely ignored it, they must not really value its potential on the dire side. They must think it's just not going to be an issue, but we'll see how that goes.
Shoutouts to Katie who showed up in chat. If anybody is wondering why we have a mod who is named somebody you've never heard of, that's Katie. Yeah, the LC's gone. It's going to be hard to really make that happen. Katie, I haven't even seen the Mario movie. I don't even know how that song goes. Yeah, it's going to be very hard. I mean, the good news is that with the Techies and the Undying, there is like puzzle pieces around that where it's like you're not going to necessarily be able to like get the Skywrath Mage to where a duel is happening and just drop everything because he might just step on a bunch of Legos on the way and just die, you know? Or he might have to pass under a tombstone to do so and just die. And that's still worth a duel win, but it's not worth anything if you die before you even get there. Anti-Mage.
Anti-Mage? Huh.
Well, I like it into almost everything here. I hated it in the Centaur though. It's good against the Jakiro, good against the Skywrath if you can reflect the silence, and it's great into Razor. Like one of the worst matchups in the game for a pause one Razor especially, because you're just never going to get any damage off of him, not if he has a brain. But hate him in the Centaur, it's like you're never going to do anything to him, and he's just going to kill you if you try.
That fight into the Razor just feels very sort of awkward, though. I feel like there's not really like a way to a clear-cut way to just go in there and just mess the Razor up, especially when he ults.
Of course
he's
you
like
can.
you're killing your entire team.
I mean, it's as simple as this. You blink in, you hit Mantis Style, and you hit Counterspell, and even if he starts trying to steal your damage after that, it's already probably too late.
10 seconds remaining.
We'll see, because he's so fast. You kind of blink in, and he's just moving around so fast that it's kind of hard to keep up with him.
Yeah, they do.
I think generally a Razor, he doesn't just stand still and fight, sort of just attacking. He kind of just zooms around, up, down, left, right, zigzag.
But the thing is that Razor does have a target, and it's a hard target for him to reach here, because his target is you. If you're anti-mage in this game, where Razor wants to go is you. But he also doesn't want to be there either. It's a weird little situation there.
I think his target's going to be the LC. I think he's just going to ignore the anti-mage, and if the anti-mage doesn't help his team, his entire team just dies, and anti-mage just has to leave.
Well, I mean, if he goes on the LC, like if he goes on somebody else, somebody else can also be brought to anti-mage, and he's in an even easier situation, basically.
There's another issue too, I think, for that is that the anti-mage is so outpaced by this Razor. This Razor can fight with his team very quickly. He needs maybe 1 or 2 items, and He's pretty much running it down with his team. His anti-mage does not want to be involved in those fights. He wants to be just completely away from everything farming, and it's just going to make it very hard for his team to play. Especially when one of your other cores is just irrelevant. So you're going to have a AFK farming carry and then a offlaner who's just not going to be able to do anything against these heroes. So I think that's kind of a little bit of where I see the mistake here with that anti-mage. Where they need something that can get more involved. Shadow Fiend. Oh, that's interesting.
This is like the... Okay, so, I mean, I already kind of didn't like the Reedy lineup much. They're definitely aiming to go game 3. Oh, Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
That's another hero that just can't really catch these
5 seconds remaining.
these other dire heroes. He stands still during ult. Jakiro Ice Pass stands still during his ult. Skywrath ult.
Centaur Stomp. I mean,
Or
really...
you're about to catch him with your ult. Just Centaur ults and they just run away. It doesn't matter.
Really, I mean, the biggest issue comes down to this. Well, the two biggest issues come down to this. One, it's an intensely greedy lineup. LC is not going to get any duels, she's going to have to farm. So you've got the anti-mage who doesn't want to fight, he just wants to hit creeps. The Shadow Fiend doesn't want to fight, just wants to hit creeps. The LC, probably as sad as it's going to be for an LC, also doesn't want to do that. They've got basically no lockdown except for duel.
Yes.
Which is not going to be an acceptable situation for going into Wraith King 4. Yeah, I think I gotta ultimately, like,
That's such a huge oversight to see a Razor who's a really fast hero, a Centaur who can make everybody else really fast, and then not get any lockdown to sort of keep them from just completely kiting or moving
I assume
around.
what they're thinking is just duel the Razor and just beat him up. Is what they're thinking.
Well, that's a hard ass. That's a hard ass.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to do. I don't know. Like, as it stood, I liked the anti-mage in this draft, and even now I still kind of like it, but I really just don't have anything nice to say about the rest of it at all. You have not drafted a good team around him.
I personally hate that anti-mage pick. It's just too slow compared to everything else. There's going to be a 4v5 for way too long, and you can't afford that when one of your cores is just not going to do anything.
Yeah, it's like, in the vacuum...
It's going to be like a 3.5 b5.
What I'm saying is, okay, so take out everything else in this game in your mind. It's just anti-mage on the Radiant, everybody else is 3 question marks. I like that situation, but the team around him is just so not good. It is just, there's just no way these guys help anti-mage. Like, maybe he's going to be just doing some wacky build thing, or maybe, and I think this is most likely, they just want to go to game 3.
No.
Something the Reedy team often seems to do is they often seem to have one game where they play serious and one game where they faff about. This is the faff about game.
I think they just they overthought it a little bit with these 6.
No, I think they underthought it. I think they were just like, what do we want to play? And just ignored it completely what the enemy team was doing. Just not even like a proactive draft, because a proactive draft would at least have chemistry. It's just a non-draft. It's just random picks.
Oh man,
Hate it.
I think this is Hollywood's game to lose right now.
Yeah.
They have all the building blocks they need for this game 3 to happen.
Strong meta picks as well. Jakiro, the Wraith King. Razor to a
or early 5-man smoke, looking for that aggression. This is a team that's working together. A team that's on the same page, a team that's ready to win.
And they better be. If you're ready to lose, your lineup looked like that.
Oh wow, they found JB in the weirdest spot. That was a great run by them.
Alright.
You're that Shadow Fiend, you're never expecting to get caught there. That was a great smoke.
Everybody tips J back.
Oh man, I'm liking this. I'm liking this Hollywood team now. They're showing a whole different level of confidence in their drafting and their gameplay. Let's see how long this keeps up. Oh, they lost the... Oh wow.
Lost the right click contest.
He used the stomp a little too early.
They actually got the rune, never mind. Cancel that, they won the right click contest.
Oh, sorry, I was talking about the bottom one.
No, that's the one. That's the one. Centaur got the rune.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Remember,
right.
you can do actions during stomp.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Oh, that's right. They changed that too.
It's gonna be weird. I wonder
Oh,
if
wow.
he's played since that change was made. I would guess probably not Centaur, but hey, we'd have a lineup change. We've substituted Mdwani for PVC pipe, and we've also swapped out the lanes. Princess and Hollywood are now going to be laning. Wait, yeah, Princess and Hollywood are now going to be laning versus a or opposed to a Couples and PVC lane.
Denied.
Well,
Check out
Shayla's gonna be able to
AMC.
give this anti-mage a lot of space here. There we go.
Interesting.
No
to
more
run.
mana.
You have
Oh
nothing
no,
else.
he's running into a full mana and dying.
It's okay. He doesn't have Tombstone. Okay, Princess just died.
Oh, unfortunate. Well,
Is this going to be like the Hollywood team won so many bracket games where they just had this incredibly scuffed draft and then just randomly won anyway? Is this just going to be the revenge after a whole season of just teams making me angry? These guys are just gonna suddenly randomly pop off, maybe? I mean, that was just one kill on a very weak laner, so don't get your hopes up yet, but...
we're looking at the big picture. Big picture.
Yeah.
Oh, great pull. Oh, never mind. They stopped it.
Bad pull. Sabo
Bad pull.
washed.
Bad pull. Bad pull.
Report Sabo forfeiting.
At least this Undying is gonna have things to do.
There
He
you go.
didn't really answer anything that he has to do, and he gets to at
Oh,
least
yeah.
have some fun here.
The Undying never really sufficiently...
Oh,
answered.
he stopped the. He was about to drop that tombstone. What a good stomp.
Molsky very, very nearly dying in a trade with the Skyrath mage up top. Just walks off with just an inch of health.
Oh, he's staying with little health. This is very risky.
Copless getting hit here.
Oh, but no mana on this Skyrath.
No man on anybody in bot lane either. That might surprise you. One thing that is actually kind of surprising me is how well this lane has gone so far for the Shadowfiend. I don't think it necessarily translates so much of anything unless he gets like a billion miles ahead, but it's good so far, though he is having to take a more defensive posture here. Gonna give Razor a little bit of time to catch up. Overall, linear last hit advantage favoring the Radiant so far.
Yeah, if you're not used to it, the last hitting with Razor can be a little bit tricky. That animation I feel is it can really trick you. Like that little whip comes out, but there's like a delay from when you actually hit and then when the last hit actually triggers.
That's still getting hammered.
Radiant's a decisive lead on these last hits on every hero, honestly.
Again, the bad news is I feel like unless the advantage starts to like really take off, it's still going to be pretty hard to translate that into anything in the mid game. They just have, you know, here's a pop quiz for you. Something I've been saying to people recently. Like, what point in the game is this Radiant team going to be stronger than the Dire team?
Mm-hmm. It's very true.
That wasn't a rhetorical question. I'm looking for an answer here. Oh, Princess might get the
Oh,
revenge
that's all
kill.
very rhetorical. Oh. Oh, Smokey loves to play on the edge.
Molsky is going to take the fall there. LC barely scrapes out of that. Is going to have to take the walk back home. At least has the TP scroll to get back in here, but not the most ideal situation. You started off with a good kill on the Wraith King, but then just immediately lost most of your momentum doing that. The Skyrath failed to pull through me.
Denied.
Gotta feel much closer to 6 than that Razor. 12 denies to 1 with 30 last hits. That's a little bit of a stomp.
Yeah. You might be able to do things relatively early here, which he's certainly going to need to do. If J-Bay is thinking that he's going to take all this, and it's like, great, this is going to really help me go into the jungle for the next 30 minutes, he is barking up the wrong tree on that front. He is going to need to be fighting early, which is like a super unfortunate place for Shadow Fiend to be, but that's the real politic here. Like, if he's not going to be able to fight early, this team can't win. And it's hard to see the world where a Shadow Fiend is comfortable fighting early, frankly. Anti-Mage, Anti-Mage does his funny little dance getting that last in. I don't even think he actually got it.
Looks like all the action is gonna be this top lane, honestly.
More than likely.
That's where all the kill potential heroes are up here.
Yeah, they're going for something at bot. Centaur has no mana, but Anti-Mage is not convinced he can get a kill, so nothing's happening off this.
He has the 2 points in Retaliate now. It's gonna be really hard once he runs out of mana for enemies to do any kind of anything to him.
He's also soon to get a Vanguard, which will certainly take off all the edge in this lane. Like, Anti-Mage won't really be able to do anything to him. The Tombstone zombies will literally be doing like no damage, basically. I think there was potential for the Anti-Mage and the Undying to get some more kills in this lane, but that window has passed, so with Anti-Mage still
the
maintaining...
kills were done. They could have been able to farm the cure a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think they're focusing on the Centaur a little too much.
At the very least, with a pretty decided advantage. Okay, I'm not gonna press this on the Raven.
Very aggressive.
With the decided advantage there that he has over the Centaur Warrunner in last hits, and especially in denies, both of which he's also leading the Wraith King on. Probably not too sad, but again, I feel like you really want to be winning more than this as the Reedy team. Like, you want to have.
I mean, it's kind of expected.
Right now, yeah.
A lot of that has to do with the pressure that the Undying has been able to apply early. But that pressure slowly starting to die out.
The Centaur Warner just bonked himself with the counter spell. Double-edged it. Just did like double the damage to himself, luckily for him it's level 1.
Haste Rune top. Oh, he let him have it! Oh, mostly he was babysitting that Haste Rune for the Shadow Field, he just let him walk right up to it.
Got requested to show the skill
that was
Razor.
So unfortunate.
Goodbye,
oh, that was a big mistake by Molsky there, allowing that to happen. Very, very unfortunate. Fell asleep at the wheel a little bit right there. Oh, bottom? Oh, they're finally going on the Jakiro? They dropped the Tombstone?
Yep. PVC's gonna get the Tombstone.
There's Centaur taking no damage. PVC, a Giga Chat gamer, he doesn't care about nothing.
Well, yeah, he's Centaur, he's got his Vanguard, he's got a ring.
Yep.
I don't really have any credible way to get rid of him right now. Razor skill build, and just for the folks at home, we also have the Shadow Fiend build going on here.
Skyrith maybe went through the teleporter, and he might be looking for something bottom.
Let's see what he gets up to.
Who are they going for?
Watch for security here.
Oh, he managed. Oh, he didn't get the.
Doesn't matter, Ian's still gonna go down.
Great move by Holly, great rotation. Good timing.
Well, unfortunately for him, it wasn't a great move by Holly because all of his stuff got counterspelled. But at the very least, he got the last couple of hits on him to
I think he managed to hit the concussion on the slow at least. There was at least that. Good for him.
I could be wrong.
I thought so too, but I saw it land on top of the reflect, and it just still went through.
Sticking around, this is certainly going to be a contribution from him. Just getting rid of the Undying here. No asterisks on that. That was all Hollywood.
Dogwood.
And that is really put Anti-Mage in a crappy position now. He's either going to have to sack another lane and summon some more.
Yeah, no, I didn't reflect it.
Okay. So the first kill did have contribution. Good job, Hollywood. Proving the haters wrong as usual.
Hollywood just It was now this is what I'm talking about. These dynamic heroes, these movements. This is what we came to see. Oh, Animage coming in to steal the farm? No, never mind. Oh wow, Reed just walking his way up there. He could have just took the teleporter.
LC has duel. It's kind of hard to see how she
That's so
does
sad.
anything with it, but Tombstone up.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
They're gonna try and use it.
Oh, he
Actually,
couldn't get the duel
almost
off.
got it, but
Oh, that was a little bit of a bug for me. The Skywrath mage used the ult, but I couldn't see the actual ult. That was very strange. I don't know if that was the same for you.
no, I could see it. Yeah, that was an
For sure.
unfortunate trade. They didn't get the duel, and they just had LC die.
Yeah, they're doing some really poor map movements right now. Reedy just walked this the entire way all the way to the top instead of taking a teleporter, and then Legion just went bottom, died. They're falling apart a little bit here.
BlueJay,
What's
you
up?
see that item that Wraith King has?
Let's see.
People don't do that
blade mail?
anymore, do they?
The blade mail?
Yeah, that's a 3 patches ago thing, am I wrong?
Huh. Wonder what it's. Is it for the shadow feed?
I think
Maybe
it's
for the
just,
duel? I
it's
don't know.
supposed to be like a farming acceleration blade mail, like on Spectre. It's not using it like that, though.
Well,
so who knows?
if he's going for the. Because it looks like he's going for a radiance, so it kind of makes the blade mail a little bit redundant, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't like it, homie.
It
You want to
kind
accelerate
of just
your
delayed
farm.
the radiance for no reason.
If you want to accelerate your farm in this patch, especially in a game that looks like this, just go for a Midas. Like, it's like super good in this patch.
Yeah, you just go Midas Radiance. That's kind of
You're never at real.
the natural progression for this hero.
Yeah, you're never at real risk of loss here. Razor's gonna sweep in and immediately get rid of these guys up top. Both the LC and the techies trying to push out here, but neither of them finding it. Yasha already on this Razor. He's definitely gonna be.
Sable's diving him all the way to tier 2s
Yeah.
on the bottom side. Really bullied him out of there.
Very aggressive go by the Undying, but you're not accomplishing anything by doing this. Look at the net worth chart here. We were looking at the last hits chart. It is still generally favoring the Radiant. You know, the Dire have a net worth advantage. Just a hair, and on kind of the wrong places right now. Like Centaur has nothing, and he'd really kind of rather he had some money right now than a Wraith King whose money is tied up in this blade mail.
Yeah, but I think once the Centaur gets his blink, I think that's about as useful as he can be for a while. He doesn't really need too much after that for this team.
He probably doesn't necessarily need too much, but he probably wants more than that.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. They're going down this mid.
Yep, Centaur looking to take custody of bot by himself against the anti-mage, while the rest of Team Hollywood taking up positions here at mid. Sabo is sponsored by Hi.
So the Dire has 2 cores free farming, and the Radiant only has 1 free farming right now.
Yeah.
A double damage top. Let's see if anybody sees it.
And AM is also pretty much free farming down here. It's not like the Centaur can do much to him yet. Few levels, few minutes, it's going to change. Before now, when Centaur's in the lane, that's just something that anti-mage can't right-click rather than a threat necessarily.
Oh,
What happened to
Mosky
the
goes
funny
down
techie?
mid. Mosky went down mid. Oh, they're committing hard now. Oh, that's a free
probably
tower.
Not the play. Sabo basically just feeds the Razor a tombstone straight.
Yeah, that's the issue with the lockdown, right? They can just run at you and there's nothing you can do about it.
Cobbles is like, oh, fella, this Shadow Fiend, he be moving real slow. But they can't really do much with that.
Something like that. Alright, blink ready on this Centaur. He has it in his stash.
Yep. Oh, Joy-Con drift on my mouse.
He's not getting it. He's not getting it delivered though. He might have forgot about it.
Gotta right-click the Santi-Mage. Yeah, the second
go.
he stops,
On
he
the way.
immediately calls it. Goodbye.
Oh,
to
Sabo
the
just
Undying.
dies again.
Is under attack.
Shadow Fiend has a Shadow Blade now, is walking into the middle of all these guys, but he thinks he's gonna get anything done for this but death. He's got another thing coming.
They've been pressuring this mid, but they've only been like kinda half committed to defending it, and that's really costed them like a few unnecessary deaths, honestly.
Yeah. You either go all in or you don't at all.
Has fallen.
Wraith
Yeah.
King has made it to level 11. Pretty good net
Radiant's
worth.
bottom tower is under
It's
attack.
actually somewhat competitive level-wise with the mid lineup, and is way ahead of Reedy.
Is under attack.
Yeah, Centaur just doing Centaur things now. All these towers are starting to fall. Animate's farming really low.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna find him, though.
Has fallen.
Razor got his S and Y. Not S and Y, he got his K and Y.
Oh, they traded wards over here, observers. They're playing very aggressive now. I like this.
As the ward
They're trying to place aggressive wards. They're trying to move aggressively. They're not letting go of this hold.
J-Bay.
Oh, Shadowfiend coming in with the he coming in with. Oh, they see him with the sentry ward on the.
Yeah, he's
on the
under
cliff.
the sentry. They didn't silence him. He's on CD.
Oh, they didn't do anything about it. They just let him walk up. They didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I guess you know you. It doesn't matter if you don't have stuns. If the enemy team just stands there, letting you do what you want to do.
Yeah,
the
that
hell?
was very awkward. Shadowfiend gets a
Interesting.
triple, does go down, but ultimately
Merry Christmas to Shadowfiend for that present he got.
walks away with a lion's share of the money and a dual win on LC. I would be surprised if many more dual wins came out, but get that one at least. Wraith King standing tantalizingly close to a bounty room without picking it up.
That was actually kind of funny. They like froze like deer in headlights. Holy shit, Shadowfiend, what do we do?
Holy moly! I just looked at chat for the first
Wraith King
time
really
in a
pulling
minute.
ahead now.
Million messages from Kitty.
Once he gets that, Radius is gonna be really hard to kill. Especially
Kitty.
twice.
Kitty reading the riot act to Shadowfiend in chat. But she's gonna feel really silly when he kills a million people in just a moment from where she's at.
Razor went Yashakaya, that's interesting.
Yep. Hey, I
hadn't
mentioned
seen
that
that one.
earlier. Pay attention, BlueJay. Come on.
Interesting. Interesting.
I think without Razor has changed, it does stand to reason to some degree to make that your item in consideration. Wow, I actually just killed the mine before Molsk even got to set it off there. Very sad.
That kind of rubs me the wrong way. I wonder.
Interesting.
Okay.
LC wins
Oh,
the
what a
duel.
bold choice! What a bold choice to go after the centaur there.
LC wins the duel. Actually, just completely knocks him over.
Yeah, I'm surprised that paid off. That was
look
very
at-
brave. Yeah, I
4
don't know why
dead
he
for
went.
nothing. Okay, 4 dead for 2. In fairness, it's not nothing.
Dire's
But
bottom
holy
tower
crap!
is
Look how
under
much money just changed hands.
Did he misclick the Sanjasha? There's it's very strange. He's
Yeah.
against an LC. I feel like that isn't wife. Just feels so much value here.
I mean, if that last fight showed one thing, it's that it's the classic LD2L axiom I always say. You know, just because something is countered doesn't mean it's gone. You still have to actually counter it. Just because the LC duels are massively countered does not mean you wait 3 seconds into a duel and then think about dropping a skill on it. Okay, they found J-Bay under some sentries over here.
This Wraith King is huge now. Actually.
Yeah, he is gigantic. Well, his team's been dying. He has been farming very effectively. He has his blade, his odd blade mail, and his radiance.
I think this is where this anti-mage pick is going to be a real issue. Now they have all 5 cores. I mean, all 5 cores. All 5 heroes, and the enemy team just ready to go at 20 minutes. Just running you down, and there's nothing you can do about it now.
Yep. I mean, it has niche utility against the Wraith King at least, but that's it. That's a dangerous maneuver there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
Let's get in.
Yeah,
really
this is
quick.
where I feel like as an offlaner you would probably get really frustrated here. You have 5 heroes running it down, but your carry can't deal with you. I mean, it can't fight with you. Your mid needs to farm more. Like,
And
what do you do?
You can't do anything yourself because you're LC in the world's
Yeah.
worst LC game, though. It has not stopped you from.
They
defying
don't have
all
detection for
sense.
this Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, he gets to do it for free. First life of the Wraith King is almost immediately down, and he uses
Oh, it's
the,
not
ult
enough.
time, too.
it's
Stampede
just not
comes
enough.
out. Okay, it is enough actually. Shadow Fiend's just gonna go down here, very casually.
Yeah. No, this is big trouble now.
The LC got Hollywood in the back line with a duel. LC got rid of the Skyrath in the back line with a duel, but. I mean, honestly,
Was
these guys
the
could go. These
Wraith
guys
King
could
was
go now.
Wraith King was the last pick of the draft, right? If
Yes.
I'm not mistaken.
Radiant's
Okay,
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's such a good pick. Yeah.
Watching these guys turn around, because legitimately, I think they could go uphill now and actually do something with it. They're
Props
going
to
to
Princess for
outthink
that big brain pick.
Yeah, the highest win rate, pause 1 in the patch, so very big brain. Took a lot of IQ to come up with that one. Now, it definitely
Can't
is
get
a-
dueled,
just
can't
a
get Shadow Fiend ulted, nothing.
big tilt. It feels like this, like, the draft is exactly as, like, high in disparity as the first game draft, just the other way around now.
Exactly, yeah. Welcome to LD2L, baby.
Skyrath Mage securing the kill. Hollywood, solo kill! Say solo kill, come on! You ain't saying it. That's your one thing, Hollywood. Don't disappoint the people at home.
Oh, he went for it. Balls of steel on this Legion.
Yeah, got another duel win there on the
Goes
Razor.
for all these crazy duels and they just weren't working out.
Anti-Mage forgets that this Glimmer Cape takes out magic damage. Centaur hits R, and it's hard to see how anything more comes out of this, at least in the moment. Hollywood is going to be a
Oh
casualty,
wow,
though.
he stayed.
He
Yeah,
is
he
like in
stayed
the
way too deep.
He was in the back line trying to help his team retreat, so I don't think he cares that much about his death there, but... Interesting first go from the Anti-Mage, coming in here with just Battle Fury Manta style. Looking at Basher here, has realized his massive CC deficit. Wraith King just lost like half of his first life's HP hitting Blade Mail there.
The 9-second BKB comes out.
Techies has snuck through the back line there, trying to get something done, but
Is under
walked to the wrong spot. Nothing.
Oh, they're
happening
chasing
here.
this. Let's go.
Yeah, they're going deep.
Shadow Fiend looking around
for
Invis.
Techies.
Dire's bottom tower is under
For Techies, but they're unwilling to fight right now.
Dire's
Tombstone
bottom
goes down.
tower has fallen.
Tombstone goes down in moments. Anti-Mage taking off the back line here.
I can see this Legion go for a duel on this one, like Jakira or something.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That would be crazy. I think that's
This guy's
too
been
crazy. I mean,
yeah,
they've
he's been doing some insane duel. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it seems that the
there's
idea
no way
they
he's gonna
had,
duel this Centaur.
the duel the Razor every time concept is actually working out quite handily so far for them. Feels like poor Razor, for as good as his pick is in theory, already feels like he's not contributing much to this game, unfortunately. Looter just feels like he's
This is
just in
where,
the same place again.
This is where I'm confused about that really bothers me about that he didn't go SNY instead. I think the duels just last not as long and
No,
they just
this-
live through it and they just do your thing.
Can we get an definitive confession of who Riot Please fixes? Because I'm like 90% sure it's Kai, but does not type like Kai. Maybe the anime voice changer has taken over Kai's personality, though. You can't say for sure.
Well, Riot's a league thing, right? That has to be
Yes.
Kai, right?
Yeah, that is surely it's Kai, but I'm worried though. I'm starting to get worried. It's like when I thought Otto von Bismarck was Katie for a long time. Because he has a weeby-looking Twitch name, which isn't even weeby, but it looks weeby enough. Another very brave duel.
Another duel.
Yeah, this is like going way better for this LC than it feels like it should be.
Yeah, big credit to Jira. He's been doing some very like aggressive and ballsy duels that he just needed to do.
Yeah. This is an unfortunate situation. I feel like there was a game like this in the group stage. Funnily enough, I believe the Hollywood team was actually the one dispensing it there, where it's like there was an LC on the Hollywood lineup, and they just weren't really playing. I believe it was the Hollywood lineup. I could be wrong. Any team was just not playing very well around it. It just feels like that here. Like the Hollywood lineup has plenty of fuel to deal with duels. Like they have plenty of ability to get rid of them. And even with their advantage now, still doesn't feel like the Reedy team has like much of a path to victory if the Hollywood team gets it together. But
the more duel damage that comes out, the easier they get too, so
Yep.
it's harder to deal with.
But if they just keep going with these very slow, if they just keep pretending LC doesn't exist just because this is a bad LC game, they're gonna get a very rude awakening. I think they already kind of have. I mean, this is the world's worst LC game. She has 130 duel damage. Like this should be absolutely like you just duel and then the Skywrath ult hits your head and you just die. But it's not what's been happening so far.
Yeah, I'm surprised that this is playing out. I think they got into their heads a little too much because I feel like this Dire should have been the ones running them down like this, not the other way around.
Yeah. There's definitely going to have to be a change in strategy, changing pace here. Definitely still favors the Hollywood team strategically, but they're going to have to.
I think I think a change in mentality. They're playing very scared right now, and I don't think they need to be.
Well, no, that's totally fine. G-Raf gets very excited by his up position there. Tries to take out another duel win. Lets himself go down 1,000 gold, changes hands, courtesy of that kill. Most of it going to Razor, and this is still a pretty thin gold margin game. Look at an anti-mage. Unfortunately, the Centaur Stomp already came out there, so nothing more will happen, though. Probably scared the bejesus out of him, made the Undying drop Tombstone there before anything happened. Okay. Okay. How's this gonna go for you? Oh, they're gonna miss the Ice Path. Actually, misread where the Shadow Fiend was going. Shadow King is in this fight. He's looking for the easiest kill rather than the most valuable kill at this point, which is probably smart. And the easiest kill does, in fact, come out.
Oh.
They do lose the Centaur for it, though, which is just not a good trade, but at the very least, they're still going to come out with a little bit more money. Well, notably, the most important people to get money got it on the Radiant, and Skywrath got most of it on the Dire. This is definitely closer to where they need to be. They don't need to play scared, they just need to play like they're down, because they are. They need to play like they can react handily to most of the things that Radiant does, because they can.
They couldn't. They struggled to kill that techies. What the hell?
Yeah, they struggle to kill the techies, but look what they're gonna get for it next.
Yeah. Look at this. Like, I really don't think they need to be scared at all. Even if they're this behind, I think their heroes are so much better.
That was
at dealing with what they have.
Unfortunately, that was a totally useless 9-second BKB on Looter, who just hit it to not take the nominal damage that the Shadow Fiend Death Burst does. But
I guess he wasn't sure if he had people behind him, but I guess it didn't matter.
Well, I mean, there was somebody behind them. They just came and killed the person behind him. Wraith King is getting dangerously close to 6 slots at this point. Oh, Anti-Mage is not far behind him on net worth. So there's that. But I mean, this is just much easier of a Wraith King game than it is for Anti-Mage.
I feel like the Radiant having this much of the map in their favor and this much net worth, I think this is them getting away with murder, honestly.
Yeah. It definitely goes to show if they can avoid draft problems of this caliber in the next game. It is not like the nicest reflection on a Hollywood team that in a game where they have such a massive upside, it feels like they're really struggling to take advantage here.
Oh, Reedy, what are you doing?
Nutsy.
What the hell?
Yeah. Reedy did not think all 5 were there. Took a quick dive and now is going to watch Roche go down. This is a no-brainer. It has to go to Looter. Yep, there we go.
Of course.
Middle tower has fallen.
Princess took that. That would have been the biggest play of this entire season.
Reedy got a T2 for their troubles. Worth it.
You've been in a very similar situation, of course, where you've been the underdog against a favored team. You've been in a game, too, where the other team had, like, a really bad draft, but you were still struggling, and then you won game 3 anyway.
Huh?
Last season against the White Joel Birch team.
Oh, I guess I was confused because I disagree with being behind, but I don't know. I guess it feels different when you're playing and when you kind of like see things. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah, last season's like in that game too, where the White Joel Birch team had like an absolutely no win, like completely impossible to win with situation. You guys were still like struggling very hard against them, and we were saying between game 2 and 3, like there's absolutely no way that the White Joel Birch team isn't just gonna like pick better and just turn it around, and then that just didn't really end up happening.
Oh, big fight comes to
Another
kill.
big duel
Oh,
win on the
just getting all the
Centaur.
duels on...
Got no stampede. UEC pipe is down. You can't even buy back for that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm really surprised. The core putting the biggest work here is the Legion.
Certainly feels like it.
He's putting in the work against like Centaur and Razor too. Like I'm very impressed with this.
Wraith King needs to watch his mana.
Radiant's bottom
Oh, there's no detection here.
Oh man. Big Shadow Fiend ult.
They're
There
not
goes the
reflecting that
Aegis.
Shadow Blade.
3 people of that ice path.
Radiant's bottom
Oh, he doesn't have Link for another 2 seconds.
Anti-Mage feeling
Oh,
very
no.
slow here. I don't know what Razor just did that,
Oh,
well, duel comes out. That is a massively bad team fight on Hollywood's part. For a team that even now still should probably have the upside. They just lost a duel, lost Razor twice, lost the Wraith King once. PVC pipe went down before any of it happened, which just shows, I think, in large part, how important the Centaur is to their team fight strategy. I mean, look what this guy is packing. It's very definitely, I think, questionable of the Hollywood lineup to keep going when he went down so fast and so easy like that. Oh no, not again.
something went so wrong here to allow this Legion to be like the main hero giving you trouble.
I mean, like I said, even though they had all the tools to deal with the LC, the actual dealing with did not really come to pass from the Hollywood lineup. You know, most of her earlier duels and most of her early game is like, she would get into a duel and then the Dire would react to it, but they would react like when the person who's in the duel only has 5 HP left.
Yeah, I'll give some credit to Giraffe too, because instead of playing scared, instead of playing like he can't do anything, he just went all out and like took big risks, and it's been paying off. He hasn't like took his foot off the gas at all.
Nope.
So props to him for that.
Apologies, I suppose, for not keeping him up with the very fast-paced finals.
Things coming
Chat.
out.
Just gonna make BlueJay.
They need to be careful also about this detection.
J-Bay BKB reveal
this
here. BKB reveal,
Ooh.
BKB use here. Satanic reveal.
That's kind of big. That's kind of big.
there's a blade in your eye.
Do they not have detection? Oh no. Oh, so many particles. My computer can't handle it. Ah!
Massive overwhelming odds, but nobody's there. Shadow Fiend can't get
Wow.
a single hit with his Satanic.
Utter madness. Utter chaos.
Yeah, they have Anti-Mage pushing out top, but they clearly just show they can't win a fight without him. So that strategy is not going to work. Still get got Takiro for that at least. And 1 life off the Wraith King, but look how much money just changed hands. That is a dictionary definition and not worth it.
I mean, they had been playing this so well, I think, on the Radiant.
Middle barracks are under attack.
But this also shows us how fragile their draft is against this other draft.
Yeah. It's the real power of a very unfortunate draft scenario is that you can be
Radiant's middle barracks
like it
is
looked for a minute like the Radiant was going to be able to just turn this around and just have it all come back, but they're just now in the danger zone so badly here. All of a sudden, once again, another big LC duel. Another big LC duel win, 282 damage.
It's so shocking how much of free food the Centaur is for this Legion. It shocks me every time I see it.
Quit your moping, Skyrat.
And again, just no skills come out. The Skyrat this dead, in fairness. No skills come out, no back after the LC buys that back. Looter
Well, I mean, it's also
nowhere
at
close.
282 damage. I think it's also hard to like make those plays happen quick enough now.
Yeah, that is part of it, but it's like, not only was no attempt made, it's kind of hard to argue that there wasn't even an attempt there. You know, the play there was just not to be in base when the LC bot. Apologies for that brief lapse there. Just reading chat, keeping up with what people were saying. There's a lot going on. Actually, we had somebody like BlueJay who's keeping an eye on chat and could respond to it, so I don't have to hitch the game every time I tab in and out.
I don't read. I don't know how.
Alright, start with the ABCs. You got it?
Oh, I see the anti-mage.
I see the
Nothing
anti-mage
comes out of it.
illusions, but not see the real deal quite in time. Everybody hitting this.
Who will this go to? Who will this go to?
Answer is
Alpha,
Akiro.
circle.
That was a pretty solid shard, so nobody's crying about that.
There is a Tormentor on the Radiant side. Let's see if they go for it too. Probably not.
Only Wraith King bought his shard on Dire, so it's still open. Where is Otto? Speaking of buying shards, LC just bought hers.
2-minute smoke comes out on the Dire.
Just 2 men, that's interesting. We're gonna pressure bot lane, but I don't think Radiant's gonna bite. Undying gets his shard.
Oh, that's right. It transfers over now. Very cool.
Undying
Puff pass.
gets his shard, which would be massively broken if the LC was on the other team, but unfortunately for him, it's on his own team, so now he can just really troll his LC for no reason. A tough spot. You're just going to have to be okay with just sending the anti-mage illusions to the wave here.
They sense something is wrong. Counter smoke on the other side.
Yep. Smoke's actually elapsed here for the Dire.
But they're going straight for them. They know they're here. This is gonna be big. Oh, another free duel.
Immediate duel, yep. Immediate duel win.
Oh my god, this Wraith King is just absolutely melted to like 4 hits from the last Legion.
Now, unfortunately for him, the oh no. Oh,
Wow.
Man, this is super bad. Wow.
This Legion is the most unlikely hero of this team. Who would have thought?
Yeah, you remember before when it was like the Razor was just gonna like run around in a fight and just be able to get away with whatever he wants to do? Well, now we're in the opposite zone, where Razor is just having everybody just run way the hell around him.
Holy.
Just the
This Legion is just causing too much chaos and breaking them apart. Nah, it's so
Yeah.
insane that that's a lot to happen.
yeah, this is
At this point, I think it might be too late to stop her.
yeah, this is like a nightmare scenario for Hollywood team. It's like this genie should have never been out of this bottle. It's I doubt anybody has a plan on the Dire of what to do about this. I certainly wouldn't hypothetically, because it shouldn't have happened to begin with. You don't go into this game thinking LC is going to have 320 dual damage and be balling. Not even a little bit.
And be the only
But here
core
we are.
giving you trouble on the other side. Where are those E-blades, guys?
Yeah, there you go.
Where are those Yules? Those E-blades?
Centaur. He's gonna be fine. Radiant are actually gonna be able to find him before he's able to just get out. Centaur? Okay, there we go. He did wake up here. Anti-mage. Okay, this is... Can't play like this, Reedy.
It doesn't matter. That anti-mage isn't the carry. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, who cares?
No,
On
I
the
think I
LC
care
now.
a little. I think I care a little. You still have the crappy draft. You cannot be just dropping people like that. Just putting a lot of
Like,
money
if I'm the-
into the
If
Centaur
I'm this
while people
LC
fuck.
on this, if I'm LC in this flow state, just destroying everybody, and my carry does, I'm like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm the carry, dude. But I wouldn't say it out loud, but you know. That's where my head would be at, holy.
Taki's also just
Nah,
gonna get
anti-mage-
cut right now.
Anti-mage tech is dead. They don't care. They're gonna go for something.
I think anti-mage is
Yeah,
just a larger part of the fights than even perhaps he is giving himself credit for. Even with the issues with his pick still in play, and the counterplay is still very strong against him. The ability to knock out the mana, the ability to have the mana void to finish the job, which they don't
Oh,
have
they're
that many great options for.
JB's looking at Looter from the back. Ooh, maybe went a little bit too early. Didn't give the Legion enough time to come forward.
We're gonna try and engage right back on this.
They did bait out that BKB though, so this fight's gonna be a little harder if they go for it.
Oh, well,
Oh, he
LC
went
just
on the
popped
Lincoln's.
Lincoln's reveal on the Jakiro here.
BKB out. Oh no.
Well, unfortunately for, okay.
Ooh.
Well, crap.
That's
Crap, that was a
that's
dieback
big-
for LC
uh-oh.
too.
Huge no.
I know they were ahead, but why 3v5? Again, I know you're ahead, but your draft is still terrible. You're ahead strictly through play, and doing things like that is just going to give the enemy team just plenty of advantages on you, plenty of ability to just turn it right back around on you like that. Like, I
think
understand
this
I understand it, but you're
Yeah.
diebacked on the LC. Did she forget? Like,
I think
long,
ironically
long
this
time.
shows just how good GRF has been playing. Because if he's not playing this game perfectly, that's what's happening to him, and that means he's been playing this game so well that this is the first time that one of the few times that this has happened.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Big credit to him.
Princess is out of mana.
Oh yeah.
Reincarnate.
Uh-huh. Unfortunately, one little mistake like that is all it takes when you're the main event of this team.
And the
And
dieback
after
too.
now what?
That's really the worst part of the whole thing is the dieback coming out of it really screwed with things there. If it was a
Oh, and
normal
it's
death,
very
it would already be
unfortunate.
pretty bad. You know, if the Shadow Fiend also had a normal death, and he still isn't back up. But
Ooh, they might lose a little too much, getting desperate to defend here. Need to find a way to stall.
Ancient
Oh,
Element.
it's just not enough.
Anti-Mage doing everything he can to try and get rid of this, but
It's
Princess
just not
just
enough.
ignores him
Oh
and hits the
wow.
Ancient, it's over.
Ooh.
Ignoring him and hitting the Ancient, isn't that a novel concept?
Wow.
Now a 1-1. But for some reason I can't.
MVP to GRF. MVP to GRF for this game.
Yeah, true.
100%.
It is now 1-1, but for some reason I just cannot imagine the Hollywood team feels too good about it regardless. Despite a massive outdraft, it was still a very competitive game until the last couple of minutes.
He wasn't able to win this with the way he played, but
Yep,
MVP, this Legion.
definitely.
Had no
feels like it.
business doing that good.
No, nowhere near. The fact that... Oh, okay. The fact that the Reedy team got as far as they did, it has to be sort of sweat-inducing for Team Hollywood. Like, just such a big outdraft, and it still just came so close to disaster. But we'll see if they're able to turn that around, or if Reedy just gets a good draft and wins next time. Well, for those of you on YouTube.